Welcome to The Legend of Taylor, a Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast based on the music, memes, and lore of Taylor Swift. We welcome all listeners, so whether you're brand new to D&D, brand new to Taylor Swift, or experts at both, we're excited that you're here. My name is Daphne Miles. I play James Stormfury. She is a Mark of the Shadow elf wizard. Her pronouns are she, her, and she is based on the song Mad Woman.
My name is Ray Utarnatchit. I'm playing Reading, who is a Forest Gnome barbarian. He's inspired by the song Change from Fearless. Reading is gender fluid, and today his pronouns are he, him.
My name is Lauren Muir. I play Ricky. She's a tiefling ranger based on the song My Tears Ricochet, and her pronouns are she, her.
And this is Casey. I play Saracen, a half-elf warlock. The character is inspired by Don't Blame Me. His pronouns are he, him.
My name is Lindsay Allen. I am your dungeon master, and we should get into the game. So you are all at this party. 3 of you, Reading, James, and Ricky, are all upstairs in the room of the former Betty, who you found out was not real Betty. You are currently disguising Ricky as Betty and kind of gossiping about Saracen while he's not there. Saracen is already at the party, having been drawn into it by the sound of his patron's laughter, and went and had a conversation with her, somewhat asking for the bracelets that he had gifted her back. She said no.
Which she had the right to do. It was a gift. It was a gift.
And then she walked away. A herald came out. The music played, and who was announced but the Diamond Sky royalty? Queen Emma Grace, Prince Maxim Grace, and Lady Juliet Capuletti entered the ballroom, and that is where we left it last time.
But we're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Great.
So, Saracen, you see them enter.
Right.
They pause at the door where they enter. They take a moment for everyone to kind of nod their heads or bow, however they feel. And then they're led with Queen Emma up front, Prince Maxim and Juliet behind her. They walk down the center of the ballroom towards where there are very stately chairs set up for them for seating. The Lord of the Reaches is up there. There are 4 chairs, and they turn and they are seated. And Queen Emma kind of gives a hand wave to start the music. What would you like to do?
Where did Akalari go? Because I'm curious whether Saracen even saw any of that. If she is on the other side of the room, I don't know if he saw any.
Right.
She would have walked away from you toward a group of lords and ladies that were kind of congregated and talking and chatting. And she just immediately slid right into that group and into that conversation as if she had always been there, really. So she was across the room when that happened, but she would have turned to like kind of acknowledge that royalty has entered.
Okay. Is there a group that Saracen could sidle up to nearby Akalari? He's just going to shadow. That's where we're at.
Amazing. Roll me perception or investigation.
18.
You know what? With an 18, you know who you notice?
No.
Marcus. And his
Marcus,
buddies.
our buddy. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, if I see Marcus over by the finger foods, Saracen is going to head over and say, Marcus, bud.
Oh my God!
Yeah, from the trail. I was
From the
pooping
trail!
on the side.
You
Remember?
made it in!
I made it.
I
all
do
the way.
remember that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that we stumbled in while you were
it's
doing
cool.
that.
It's all good.
It's hard when you're just in the mountains and there's so many shrubs.
Yeah. Who do you know here again?
Oh, well, and he like looks around. He's like, kind of snuck in.
Oh, nice. Marcus.
Yes.
On the DL?
Yeah.
I kind of snuck in too.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But my girlfriend's here. But I'm not supposed to talk about that. She's over
What?
there.
Wait, and he looks over to where you're pointing. Very obvious about it, by the way. And he's like, wait, which one is she?
The goddess one.
He keeps looking. There's a lot of people at this ballroom.
Are there a lot of goddesses, Marcus? Marcus, come on.
What? Oh,
The one.
hold on. Let me roll a perception check for this poor guy. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous. Can we meet her?
Do I buy that Marcus doesn't, does Marcus not think she's gorgeous? That we might get into combat right
Do it.
already be upon us.
Roll an insight check for me. It's the most important roll of it.
Unnatural 20.
It's not that he doesn't think she's gorgeous. It's that with the sudden crowd of people who all assembled when the royals showed up, it's a crush of people. He sees dozens and dozens of women, and everyone's in their best outfits. Everyone's in their finery. It's not necessarily that he's trying to insult your girlfriend.
Not insulting my girlfriend, but I'm not allowed to call my girlfriend.
Yeah, right. but he can see you're getting agitated about it. And it's one of those where, like, you can't ask someone to repeat themselves for, like, the third time, so you just pretend like you heard it. So he's just like, oh, yeah. Like, he means nothing by it.
Cool. Well, my buddies who you never met earlier, they were sleeping, remember that?
I remember, and the mountain, like, shook while we were talking,
and the tree caught on
fire.
That
was weird.
Maybe we'll see some of that tonight.
Really?
Who knows? Yeah. That kind of stuff happens when my friends are around.
Really? Is that concerning at all for you?
Not at all.
Okay. Good to know.
Upsettingly, not at all.
So you're chatting with Marcus. The royals are a few steps up where their chairs are, sitting up there watching the party kind of commence. The bards are starting to play more music. Party's starting to go. We'll go to our group upstairs. You're putting the finishing touches, I believe, on the Betty costume/dress.
Which I believe I did cast. So I might have used my last spell slot.
You only have 2 spell slots?
I have 3. This might be the last spell slot then.
Probably
Hold
have
on.
time for a rest, right? Oh, there's horns downstairs announcing your ex-boyfriend's entrance.
I'm using my... I can't believe I'm using my last... I mean, Ricky doesn't know that either is the worst part. She doesn't know she can't do any more, which makes this so much worse.
It's just infinite, right?
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
So you currently look like Betty, which I'm sure is causing 0 feelings.
Yeah.
It's nope.
You got me like a Betty dress.
I would assume that her dress for the night was like hanging up. And
Yeah, I think Reading had a great tour of her closet.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. He's hanging out in there for a while.
What about, can we have a montage?
Yeah, so I'm casted, I'm in the dress. I feel like we've spent the last 10 minutes with you giving me a boot camp of being Betty.
Like you would know if her parents are alive or not. You would know like little things that like might come up. Anything that James could think of, she'll tell her like, I'll stay close. We should probably think of a story of how we're back together if anyone asks.
Yeah, that seems like that's the most suspicious part, to be honest.
Sure it does.
Also, is she as stuffy as her uncle?
No.
So she acts normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets very sensitive when you throw daggers at him. So he gets a little snotty about it.
However, Betty loves it.
Great. I didn't need to know that, but you know what?
It might come up.
I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's not as stuffy. I don't have to pretend I know how to be like a rich person. Also, I should note, I'm not taking my necklace off.
No.
I am tucking it into the dress.
Understood.
Do people know about the relationship that you had? I mean, with these
James
people.
has been here with Betty several times. I don't think their marriage was a secret.
So it is a thing where you have to explain why you guys are back together.
We heard that the story from at least Inez was that you left, right?
Yeah.
From Inez and Hope Graw, you heard that Betty was a little mercurial sometimes, and that at times she would just kind of sit in the tavern in your old table and just look very sad and seemed very lost. And there were times that she was all movement. She sold the shop. She was ready to go. She said you had left her.
Just picked up and left.
So she
one
was
night.
going, yeah.
So I think the best course of action is we are working on it. We're not back together. We're not whatever, but we are.
It's complicated.
It's complicated, and we're working on it. And we don't want to talk about it.
For sure. I feel like I don't want to talk about anything.
Great.
As much as possible.
You don't want to talk at all.
yeah.
Just to point it out, but you go to parties together now. Highly visible parties together.
I feel like we're hard launching.
Oh.
Good place to do that.
Like, yeah. Everyone should do it at this party.
How necessary is it that Betty speak to the happy couple?
Well, her uncle is hosting.
Which means she's technically co-hosting, probably.
I know. It's just
Ooh.
James is very scared about saying, yeah, no, go talk to her, because there's nothing that could go wrong there. So take the cues from her uncle, maybe?
Okay.
But keep it short if you have to. And please don't start a fight. Because I really would like to not have my wife dead. You promised we went through this, that if we were going to do this, that no fights were going to happen.
Reading thinks maybe we should take away her knives.
Absolutely not.
Reading, that's a great idea.
Absolutely not.
I wish I had like a magic spell that I could just snap them
Snap
off
them
of her.
away.
I wish I had the one that made them spin around.
I have that.
I know. You should use it.
Can I take her deck?
No. No. They're in my dress. You cannot get them.
All right.
Just like James is going to like stare Ricky down and just say, please control your temper. I know how fucking hard it is. Trust me, I know. But please, I don't want her dead.
I'm gonna try.
Cool.
I don't know what else to tell you.
It's just life or death. How big a deal could it be?
Just life or death.
All right, anything else upstairs?
I don't think so.
Ready to go party.
Ready to go party.
Party.
God, I feel sick.
All right, if you guys are ready, you can head out of the door. Reading, you know exactly where this party is because you just walked by it.
Right. Follow me.
Following Reading into the party.
Reading.
Follow the blue leader.
All right, and you head downstairs and you enter kind of from the back house entrance, which is kind of where where you lost him.
Right.
And again, this is a grand ballroom. There is randomly a fountain in the middle of this room inside of a house. But again, you're in a sea elf mansion, so maybe it's not so weird. There are musicians and bards kind of stationed around the room, just playing something ambient right now as everybody in their best outfits is mingling. There's servers walking around with past apps, with champagne, with other drinks. There is also tables set up with different little nibbles, other drinks, and all of that. Like, this is a party of money, the likes of which I think only James has probably seen at this table, because she's probably been to something like this, but even that, the grandeur that you need to throw a party for royalty is next level. This is money oozing out of the place. Also, Diamond Sky is here, which has never happened in memorable history. All of you roll me perceptions, actually.
That's a good sign. Ricky rolled a 21.
Ooh, 12 for James.
A 17.
12 for Saracen.
So you enter Reading. You're more searching for where the food might be.
Yes, of course.
And you find it pretty easily because that does seem to be where people are going. So you spot it right away. James, you're looking more at the people and you're noticing that some sort of scuttlebutt has happened. We're in the aftermath of the royals are there. So now everyone's kind of very animated.
I will say also, before going into this party, I do want her to have her hood up. She's not skulking, but she is just having that extra layer of protection.
Ricky, you immediately scan the party. You can't quite see the seats yet where the royals are set up on the dais, but you do spot Saracen over talking with Marcus across the room. Saracen, you do not notice them at all. You are half listening to Marcus, I assume. Well,
that's correct.
Okay.
Do I not see the royals just because there's a crowd around them?
There's kind of a crowd, but also you're just at probably a weird angle for it, just because I'm giving you perceptions as if you're right on the cusp of the doorway, giving you the chance to decide how you would like to enter this party.
Well, I found Saracen. Does he know we're doing this plan?
Yes.
Okay, great. So
Yeah.
if I walk up to him as Betty, he's not going to like stab me or something. I'm trying to remember.
He's not the stabber.
You know what I mean.
It's not the stabbing type.
You know what we should do? We should go talk to Akalari.
Absolutely.
Let's do
Because
that.
why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we?
And I look like Betty, so she expects me to be here, unless what's his face told her.
No.
Right? Let's go find out.
Oh, God.
I feel like, why wouldn't we do this?
Why wouldn't we?
Let's do it.
Right. All right. Fantastic. He's got his eyes on Akalari.
You don't even see
You tell
us.
me when...
He definitely does see us.
I gotta look up one thing.
When
and then
flies
we're...
swarm the apple of my eye, I will see the flies. Flies in this metaphor. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So what
That's
you're
right.
saying is that she's shit.
A goddess. No, apple of my eye.
So
What?
she's-
Because
Nice.
flies
Metaphors.
flock to shit.
We know what she looks like and or would see where his eye line
You
is.
saw her in...
Right.
Oh, we saw her in the
Yeah.
vision.
Saw
Oh,
the
yeah, we could go
vision.
right to her. Let's go.
Yeah. But you even know what she's wearing tonight. So yeah.
I do, yeah.
Lead the way, Reading.
Let's go. So we wind our way through the crowd pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly, roll me a perception there. Do it with advantage
Right.
because you have already seen this crowd. You've seen her.
13 unnatural.
With advantage?
Yeah. 13 is the best.
Copy that. It takes you a little bit. So
because I'm distracted by the food.
You're distracted by the food.
The smells.
There's so many people is the other thing. But you do eventually wind through this crowd. You do spot her. You're also a bit shorter than some of the
I can't really see.
But you do eventually find her. As they're going, I need Saracen to roll me perception with advantage because you haven't looked away from her this whole time.
10 is with advantage.
Okay.
Very distracted.
So you're very distracted. Unfortunately, you're not going to see them quite yet, even though you're like some people have walked in front and you're trying to like get a little taller as Marcus is like yapping your ear off or something.
In my headcanon, the people are us, and he's just looking.
People are in my way.
Well, some fucking randos just walk by.
I'm wearing a mirror ball cloak, so
the sparkles coming off of Akalari in his vision are clouding you.
Yep. And then I need absolutely everyone to roll stealth for me.
Oh, I'm stealth.
We're gonna
you're in a crowd.
But we're going right up to her.
I didn't say she was the one trying to see.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I got a 15.
24.
9.
5. Not stealthy at all.
Who's looking for her?
I'm a little concerned.
Who rolled under 13? You two?
Saracen and reading.
Perfect. So you guys make your way over to Akalari. I assume you're being very casual.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's all fine. She's with a bunch of the lords and ladies, once again, chatting, being very charming.
Is Rain there?
Rain had walked away from her before. He helped escort the royals up to their chair, and he's up there schmoozing with them a little bit, making sure they're comfortable while the party's going on.
What do we say to her?
I think we walk up to this group of lords and greet them politely. Hello, how are you guys doing? Are you having a good time? Are you Akalari?
So I already see Saracen dying across the table.
Does he see us now?
They're going to get to talk to her for 1 minute before you notice that they're there, okay?
1 minute.
So it's not that you wouldn't see, it's just that it was delayed enough that they're going to get the first words in before you do whatever you're going to do.
Marcus is at my elbow where he's distracted a little bit.
So you, Ricky, say, are you Akalari?
I Betty say, are you Akalari?
And she turns toward you and she looks at you and then she stops and she gives you kind of a once over. She goes, I'm sorry, you the entertainment?
I'm Betty. Lord Rain is my uncle. And I have heard about you only through reputation, and I just really wanted to meet you. And I would like to look at her wrist as I'm talking.
Roll an investigation for me.
Oh no, that's a 6.
That makes sense because as you say that, she kind of does this laugh while she looks at all the lords and stuff around her. Of course. And she leans towards you into your ear and says, I don't know what kind of game you're playing right now, but I know who you are. And you need to not do this tonight.
Oh. I fake a laugh.
James is just watching them like
No, I fake the laugh. I was wondering if I could speak to you in private.
She again laughs and she puts her hand on your arm and says, no, thank you. You should leave before I tell them who you are.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure can.
Do I think she actually knows who I am? Do I think she thinks I'm a changeling? Or do I think she thinks I'm Ricky?
It's true. It's tricky.
13, not natural.
Let's roll a persuasion for her. Or deception. Oof. Hard to tell.
Okay. It's impolite to refuse the host of the party, and I know who you are, and I feel like we could have a conversation, a polite one, that would be helpful to both of us.
The hand on your arm clenches and digs the nails into your arm. Ricky Shay.
Oh, shit.
Unless you want me to walk over to the Graces right now and tell them that you're here, I suggest you leave this party now. And then she lets you go and she turns back to the lords and ladies and goes, sorry, some weird mix-up. It's so weird.
I'm going to back off for now because I know that James is going to freak out about this. Did you hear that? Did they hear that?
No.
Oh, great.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull them aside.
Okay.
that was like a whisper.
It's a loud party.
Right.
She had a smile like it never changed on her face at all.
Yeah.
Saracen, what are you doing?
Saracen would have seen that interaction. Mm-hmm. He was under the impression that Akalari would probably show up here at his invite on a date to hard launch their relationship. So he's thinking that Ricky just walked up, probably said something, and Akalari essentially told Ricky what she told Saracen, which was, no, I am not here for you. I am here on other business. The rules apply. You're nothing to me. Essentially. If he saw Ricky/Betty's reaction, I think he would misperceive it that way. I don't think he wants to upset Akalari anymore. Does he see Ricky as Betty guiding, reading, and James away?
Yeah, once you spotted them, I feel like you would have been just locked on.
Yeah. Saracen will go over to rendezvous with them.
Great.
Poor Marcus is still talking.
So, okay, man, we'll catch up later. Bye.
Finish that story later.
As James follows over, she is just going to kind of look back at Akalari and the lords that she's talking with to make sure if anyone is keeping tabs on us or watching where we're going or anything like that.
Roll a perception, also roll a stealth if you're trying to pretend like you're not staring at them.
Yeah. She's just looking back at the party, taking it all in.
Yeah.
So first, the perception. 7.
Okay.
Ooh, wow. Stealth is 7 as well.
7.
Yep.
Okay.
That dice should go.
So you try to glance kind of over your shoulder at the party, and they 100% see you. You see Akalari kind of leaning in, saying something to them, and then their eyes go to you guys, and then they kind of close ranks around her.
That's not a nice thing to do at a party.
Well, she knows who I am.
Shit.
And I mean, like, she said my full name.
But how?
I don't know.
And have I reached them yet at this point? Hey, just FYI, I saw you guys probably went over to the prettiest woman here and you were like, I don't know, probably just drawn in like a tractor beam. I wanted to tell you, though, that I had to delay the hard launch of the relationship thing with Akalari. What? I know, because she's here on like a secret mission.
But you got the bracelets from her?
No, because she's on the secret mission. So I even have to pretend for the good of the world that I don't really know her tonight. I'm basically the help.
She's not pretending that she doesn't know me. She knows my full name.
Yeah, she knows everything.
No, Saracen, she looks like
Ricky
Betty,
looks
so
like Betty.
how would she know that
That's what
she's
gods
not...
know everything. Remember we were walking along in the meadow and she sent signals down through, like rainbows through the sky? You don't think she can see through your disguise? She's incredible.
Well, she threatened me.
She was probably just letting you know nicely.
No, she said she was going to tell the Graces who I am.
So you would understand.
Understand
Saracen.
what?
That's bad.
No, not if she's in character on a spy mission.
What character is turning in your
I guess
friend?
we're going to find out. We don't know. It's like triple agent at this point.
You're going to get
There's no way
kicked out
to
of the
know.
group, Saracen.
But Saracen, you don't know what she's here to do. She didn't give you her master plan.
No, I probably wouldn't even understand it.
That I believe.
Yeah, our brains can't fathom things like that.
Yours can't.
Exactly.
Does she make you feel stupid?
No, I feel incredible around her.
Interesting.
Yeah. We should go talk to the guests of honor, though. Maxim and Julia just walked in. You see them?
I think we need to figure out what the hell Akalari's going to do if we stay at this party.
She said, leave the party or I will tell the Graces you're here.
Oh, we should leave then. You don't disobey her.
So it's bad.
No, it's just you don't disobey gods, right?
Fuck the gods.
Let's start
Is Akalari a god, though?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
At this point, I think she might be a demon.
Yeah.
Why? Because she smells like fire and brimstone? That is so judgmental.
Oh, is that what
so
that is?
narrow-minded.
I thought it was sulfur.
Yeah, that's her.
That's just
Fire
not
and
her
brimstone.
shampoo.
If she asked you, if she told you that out of the kindness of her heart,
Is that what you think this was? Because I thought it was a
She's
direct
protecting
threat.
you. Oh my God, she probably knows that I care about you as friends, and she's looking out for you.
Saracen, I think she just doesn't want us to take the bracelets. And I think we need to take the
What?
bracelets.
No, that's just something she wears.
Why didn't she give them to you?
Because she's on the mission.
What does that have to do with the mission?
Exactly. We don't know. How could we know? In
If she
character
was somebody
right
who
now.
was honest with you and you were in a real relationship with them, listen, I'm speaking from experience, man. When you're in a real relationship,
But
they
it's like-
probably don't lie to you about every single thing you
But
could possibly believe and then
That's
send
not
you.
what she's doing. That's not what she's doing. Imagine if Reading came up to you right now or called across the room and said, "Hey, Ricky Shay." You wouldn't answer because you have to play Betty right now.
You know what I also wouldn't
Akalari
do?
has to play a role right now.
I wouldn't say, hey, Reading, if you do that again, I'm going to fucking tell everybody here that you snuck in and that you're a renegade because he's my friend.
But if he's trying to protect James's
not.
ex-wife.
No.
But if Reading called out, "Hey, Ricky Shay,"
Right.
and that blew Ricky's cover, then that would get Betty killed, right?
How loud are you saying this?
So
Right.
He was saying my full
So
name.
smart, Reading. You're being so wise to not do that.
I'm lost in this hypothetical.
As we're all arguing something.
So you're all lost in Saracens trying to just redirect the story. You hear from the dais, clap, clap for attention, and the Lord of the Reaches is up there, and he's holding a glass of champagne, and he says, "Thank you, all of my friends and dear ones, for coming. Please join me now in celebrating the betrothed couple's first dance."
No. Oh, stop.
Oh boy.
No.
And
No.
immediately the musicians all kind of boom, and then a nice waltz starts. Prince Maxim stands up. He's immaculate, very handsome, like lush dark brown hair. Like he's a very handsome guy, and he gives the crowd kind of a big smile, and then he bows toward his betrothed and holds out his hand. Juliet takes his hand. He leads her where now the dance floor has cleared out for them.
Is he wearing his dagger?
Roll me a perception.
Great, that's been going great. 11.
I'm afraid rage clouds your vision.
You're just squinting in anger.
They are now beautifully waltzing, might I add, around the party.
Is this like a 10 on Dancing with the Stars?
This is like Dancing with the Stars wishes.
Oh.
This is two people that have studied how to dance like this in public since they were children.
They practiced.
Exactly.
I think a curtain towards the back of the room catches fire.
Marcus will know what that means.
Oh my God, I've seen this before.
I think theoretically you guys might get it too.
Yeah.
It takes a minute for servants to run over, but it still grows a little bit more. So more servants like try to casually like put down their trays and go and help while the couple's dancing around them.
I don't think Ricky even notices the curtain caught fire for what it's worth. Like I think it happened, but she's just locked in because this is a purely emotional response. It's not an intentional moment.
Rage fire.
Yeah. This is a thaumaturgy accident, if you will.
We're so fucked.
I
not
was saying
good.
if I had any like mist cloud or something, I do not.
I rolled to see if I could not do it. Like I was like, maybe she could control it. And it was a 5.
Oh yeah.
Ricky, I need you to roll me a stealth check.
17.
So servants are rushing over. They're finally starting after much too long to get this fire like kind of put out. And they're also waving for the food to come back faster to try and hide the smell of the burning curtains that's now wafting through the ballroom.
Is that what Akalari smells like?
No, she smells like fire and brimstone. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
But you do see Akalari kind of glance behind at you and then go back to her conversation that she's having.
I noticed that?
You would notice that, yeah.
Okay. I ignore it. I think I'm locked in on this fucking dance and the fact that it's just like shattering me right now.
James is going to just reach over and squeeze your wrist. I get it. But also like be cool.
Chill out.
I like that you're not mad about the fire though.
No. It's a sea palace. They have water everywhere. It's fine.
It's also fake fire.
Yeah.
It looks like the curtain's burning, but when they put it out, I think the curtain's fine. Because it's an illusion of fire, so it seems really realistic, but I think it doesn't damage anything. If that would
I
work.
believe you're correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm not doing any harm. I just don't even
fine.
know I'm doing it because
Right.
I'm so upset.
Should you guys go since Akalari said to leave?
Should you go because she doesn't want you here?
I'm allowed to stay as the help. He says that like a good thing.
Buddy, this is like depressing.
Why? Oh, that you have to go? Yeah, I agree.
No, that
But
she treats you like shit.
No, this is a character. I'm worried about you guys because she deals with really important stuff. So she said to leave.
I'm not even listening.
Well, like,
I hear none of this.
Just tuning him out.
I will say the couple is now, because it's a waltz, so they're kind of whirling slowly around the ballroom, and they are coming closer
Oh my
to where
God.
you guys are standing with everyone
so
else.
there's a lit fuse, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
James's grip on your wrist just
Do we
squeezes tighter.
each grab a whatever?
Yeah.
Hold her back.
How's that self-control going, Ricky? Was that
I should not use this dice.
No.
For listeners, Ricky just rolled a self-control dice, and the number was
3.
No.
Yes, reading, you should grab her other
Yeah,
hand.
and they were both trying to calm her down.
Yeah.
think,
Break my fingers. Squeeze as hard as you need.
2 other curtains go up.
Wow.
That's all that's happened. I'm standing perfectly still. I think I'm like covering it, but a bunch of things are up in flames.
Do you think they do a lift near us, kind of like a dirty dancing?
I think it's like a very nice twirl. Like he
Dramatic
turns her
twirl.
and then he pulls her a little bit closer at the end of the turn.
Right in front of us. Right in
And
front
she's
of
got
us.
one of those skirts that like really is for twirling.
Well, yeah, it's very expensive.
Twirly
She's just
skirt.
covered in jewelry. She's very gorgeous.
Saracen would like to applaud that little.
Other people join you in the applause.
You can kill him later, okay?
Great. Thank you.
Wait, Saracen or the prince?
It's Sarah. But also the prince. I'm
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a killing rampage later.
Yeah.
As they twirl closer, can I try to see again, now that there's a new vantage point, if he's wearing a dagger on his waist?
Go for it.
Okay. 14.
He is wearing a dagger at his waist. You can't tell if it's
Recognizable
the
dagger.
one that you're checking for.
Okay, I'm still locked in then.
If everyone else wants to roll a perception for
Yeah.
me.
Sure.
Do we know what to look for?
I didn't say that's what you're looking
okay.
at.
8.
I got an unnatural 19.
Ooh.
Saracen rolled a nat 20.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right. How are we going to do this?
James is just laser focused on not letting Ricky kill anybody at this party right now.
Yeah, James very focused on one thing, which is the amount of curtains that keep seeming to go up in flames. Ricky, you were looking for a dagger. You're not quite sure what was happening there. Reading, you are paying outside attention even as you're holding on to
Right, I'm
Ricky's.
fascinated by the dance, clearly.
Yeah, you're fascinated by the dance. There's a lot of colors going around. But one thing that you just take note of, just because it's on your mind and you're thinking about it, but you do notice that Juliet does not have a necklace like Ricky does. You definitely notice that. And Saracen, with your nat 20, I would say that you would notice that the queen is looking right over at you guys. Not at her son. And then she leans over towards where a servant is and she says something to them and then sits back up.
Ricky, is your hood pulled up?
She's
I'm Betty.
She's Betty.
How convincing is it?
She cast a spell, so it's
Do you
great.
look
Yeah.
at me? You see I'm Betty. I'm not saying any of this. I'm not listening.
Like, the queen just looked at us. I'm dead certain of it. And I don't know why she would look at me or anyone else. Who does she know among us other than Ricky? Right?
James.
Maybe.
She might know you, yeah.
Does she know Betty?
She would know better.
She would know
right?
Betty.
She would probably know Betty.
Was she looking at the flames?
Definitely.
What flames?
Oh, right.
They're gone now.
Good. Are they gone now?
Servants are behind you guys
yeah,
trying
probably.
to put stuff off. So yeah.
Okay. They're probably gone now.
They're like, whew. Okay, and you see Lord Wavebringer up top on the dais. The servant walks around to him and he nods and then he steps off the dais and starts walking towards you guys as the happy couple is still twirling around.
And he's aware of the plan. He knows what's up.
He's making his way over.
So he's not here yet.
Not quite yet if you all want to do something before he arrives.
I kind of want to whisper that I can't see what dagger the prince is wearing.
Why does that matter?
I just want to know.
Is that why we came to this dance, for the dagger? I thought we were here for the charms, which we can't get because Akalari's undercover. Why don't we just get out of here?
We are here for the charms. I'm just saying.
You're just saying, I don't know that dagger?
Yeah. Like if anyone can
Wait,
get...
what's with the dagger?
It was a gift and I wanted to know
Oh, you
if he's-
gave him a dagger
I
gift.
did.
Oh.
I can't see.
Lord Wavebringer is heading your way, but before he gets there, a very delicate hand reaches out and grabs his arm and pulls him into the group of lords and ladies.
Oh.
So now he's chatting with Akalari and everyone else. She loops her arm through his as they talk.
Your not girlfriend is a menace.
You all should have let me kill him.
No, he's on our side.
Rain?
I thought you would be the one person on
Oh
my
no,
side
I'm just
here.
like, I didn't know you
Yeah.
thought you could kill Rain. I felt like he kicked our ass. He killed us.
He did.
Almost.
He, in fact, killed both Saracen and Ricky.
It wasn't in disagreement, Ricky. It was like, we can't kill that guy. It was like, what do you mean, let you kill him?
I feel like I could kill everyone in this room.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys don't feel that way? Because I could kill everyone here. Minus 2 of you.
Please don't.
3 of us here.
I know.
So in addition to not being able to read, you don't know math very well.
I think she's actually great at math.
What do y'all want to do?
I want to talk to him.
He's talking with Akalari.
You want to talk to Rain?
Yeah.
To hear what the queen just whispered to him?
Yeah.
Can I roll perception? Because I saw very clearly the queen speak to him. If I had any sort of notion what the tenor of that conversation was. You know
Well,
what I mean?
the queen spoke to a servant who
Oh, so
then
the
spoke
servants
to
were down.
him.
Okay.
Bit of a game of telephone.
We could just go to him.
And Akalari. Why don't you go serve them some food, servant?
Oh!
Great idea.
Grab a tray.
No offense taken. Yeah, he doesn't even see it. Cool. That's awesome.
Go offer them some hors d'oeuvres and champagne.
Okay.
I will give you anything if you spill it on Juliet on the way.
Well, she looks fantastic. I wouldn't want to hurt that dress.
Let's just leave him here.
Maxim? I thought you wanted to see his dagger. Is there a plate of hors d'oeuvres I can...
I would say there is definitely a plate of hors d'oeuvres because a lot of servants had to put them down to try and put out fires.
Great.
So I think there's been a couple left behind as they try and make sure that the fires are out.
Saracen will whisk one of those up onto his shoulder as he sees the other real servants doing, and he'll make his way over to the table with Rain and Akalari.
Great. Give me a dexterity check for carrying that tray.
Nice.
7.
Spill it on Juliet. Spill it on Juliet.
Spell it.
Well, Juliet and Maxim are still in the middle of the dance floor, dancing very gorgeously. You do wobble a lot, and you can't hold the tray. Like, you start to just carry the tray with one hand.
He's
and
so
everything,
nervous. Clearly, he's so nervous.
Everything kind of does that rattly thing. All servers know what I'm talking about. So you have to grab it with both hands really fast to stop it. But you got it. You approach. What do you want to do?
I think he's also shaking with nerves just in proximity to Akalari. Crispy fried rice. And it's definitely not crispy fried rice.
And oysters.
That's about right. And we'll lean in and try to throw a flirty wink to Akalari.
Okay.
God.
Is there a roll that I have to do?
Sure, do a charisma check.
Oh, it's the suit that's going to make this really good. 22.
All right. So you walk over. It's a little worrisome at first because those drinks are rattling, but you catch it and you say sticky fried rice, which is odd because it's a tray full of drinks. But then you throw such a charming little grin and wink that the crowd of lords and ladies assume is for them. And so you hear a couple of the ladies go, like that behind their fans. And then they don't mind if I do. And they'll reach for a drink. And Akalari will smile at you and say, thanks, love, and take a drink. And the Lord of the Reaches will look at you and then look at you again.
Sir? Crispy fried rice?
And he'll kind of try to glance around, confused what's happening, but he'll take the crispy fried rice drink and hold it and say, thank you.
Joy, can I get you anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Saracen's going to try to direct that to the women who found his wink charming. He's going to try to get some interest going on over there to make Akalari jealous.
Oh.
Also fish for information.
Okay. How is he going to do that?
When he's asking, like, can I get you anything else, he's really throwing his charm at the other women there of, like, another drink, cocktail, anything I can whip up from the kitchen. Happy to get you anything.
They kind of like giggle behind the fans again, and they go, well, if you happen to have something we can nibble on, we sure wouldn't mind.
I have plenty to nibble on. Can I show you the kitchen?
You say, can I show you the kitchen?
To the kitchen.
To the kitchen.
Yeah, our chef would love to whip up something special just for you two.
Oh, okay. Because at first they full out laughed. They were like, kitchen?
Gosh.
One of them very distinctly like winks at you and says, maybe later.
Ooh.
All right. See you then. And I'm like, did Akalari notice that? She sees everything.
Of course she saw her in the group. She 100%.
Maybe she'll get jealous.
And with mission accomplished.
No, nothing. Nothing you set out to do.
Mission accomplished. He will with a confident stride, head back to the group.
So you gave them drinks.
Guys, wait, did you see that?
Did you find out any information of what is going on?
The one girl likes me, and I think Akalari noticed, and she's gonna probably need to make our hard launch more urgent. Who knows, maybe tonight.
Ricky didn't notice any of this, isn't listening, doesn't have the bandwidth.
Ricky, did you hear that?
As Saracen is trying to explain how amazing this encounter just went.
Nothing happened.
How everything went exactly according to plan. Lord Wavebringer does excuse himself from that group and walks up to you, Ricky, and says, "Dear niece,
Uncle.
the queen would like a chat to pay your regards." And he holds out his elbow. Yes.
James is going to say, "Can I come?"
Are you two together?
We're at the party
Seems
together.
like yes.
Okay, then you can both come.
What was my last interaction with the queen before I go do this?
He would say your last interaction was mostly when she arrived, which was the day before maybe, and it was just an in-passing hello, pleasure to meet you sort of thing.
Does she know that I'm a changeling?
No.
The queen doesn't know?
He's like, I honestly don't know.
Okay, she's never told you, like, you better keep that changeling safe so that I don't kill your niece.
The message was not conveyed through her.
Okay, so we don't know.
And do we know who it was conveyed through? We don't.
Nope.
And he hasn't told us.
Nope. Y'all didn't ask.
Yeah, maybe we should ask that as we're walking up. Let's ask that as we're walking up to the queen. Who is the person that threatened you?
The changeling you killed.
Oh, specifically?
Yes.
But doesn't it seem like it would be good that we killed them then?
You would think so until you start to realize that someone like this who works as a sort of spy for a very dangerous company such as Diamond Sky most likely has a lot of fail-safes in works.
So either I have to go up to this woman and pretend to be Betty, I have to go up to this woman and pretend to be a changeling, or it's too late and I'm already made.
Yep. I would say play as innocently Betty as you can, because that is the facade that everyone is putting on right now.
On the way, can I swipe a champagne?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna swipe a champagne, tip it back,
Classy.
and I think the move is gonna be that I'm gonna be drunk Betty, so that if I fuck up, it's fine because she's a little tipsy. So maybe that's why.
I hear royalty is very forgiving about
Well, but they'd be like, wow, that Betty was uncouth. They wouldn't be like, wow, that wasn't Betty. Hopefully.
Right.
Interesting.
That's my
Just
current.
splash a little on your neck.
Yeah, like I'm just like, that's my move. That's my plan.
All right.
We had a hard day in couples therapy today.
All right, Ricky, James, you two are headed towards the dais following the Lord of the Reaches. Saracen, you and Reading are staying behind.
We're staying behind. We're not going.
Doing anything in particular as you stay behind?
I mean, once the real story takes place, Reading and I, we could go try to flirt with those women.
We could. We could do that.
But we'll take a back seat while the real story...
Fair enough, fair enough.
The B story is the buffet
Well, you
table.
guys go have fun. We're going to go flirt with these women.
I don't think there's a B story.
No.
All right, so Ricky, you as Betty are walking with James, who is a mirror ball. And you are both walking side by side behind the Lord of the Reaches, because that's etiquette. And then you walk straight up to the dais where Maxim and Juliet are now sitting back
Shit.
down from their dance.
You didn't say that
Oh,
part.
no.
She drinks the champagne.
Because as you're walking, there's a flourish as the music ends.
I drain it.
And they all wave.
You'd be drunk for real.
Everyone gives the polite clap because we're all so
cool.
happy. And then he leads her back up to the dais just as you all arrive. The Lord of the Reaches gives Queen Emma a bit of a head nod and says, Your Majesty, may I present to you once again my niece, Betty, and her wife, James?
And I'll curtsy as appropriate.
Give me a dexterity check.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I'm also going to follow the custom.
Are you drunk yet?
18.
Okay.
Should I also...
Yeah, if you're curtsying.
It's a nat 20.
Oh, great. No box roll.
You'll take it.
Well, and it's dex.
So you got a nat
23.
20, you're fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yours was 18, 19.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
say, Your Highness, with, respect.
Who do you say that to?
The queen.
As you both execute very good curtsies, James, yours is flawless. You could teach a
Obviously.
class if you wanted to. Your uncle leans over towards you and says, Queens are addressed as your majesty. Princess and princess are addressed as your highness.
Your Majesty.
Did a bubble come out when you did that?
A bubble.
A pink one.
Queen Emma kind of nods at both of you. Again, this is a very polite, like, royal thing. And she goes, yes, of course, lovely to see you again. Thank you again for this lovely party. It seems very nice and all the dancing.
Of course, at such an occasion, what else would we do?
Of course. Tell me, we didn't get a chance to catch up before. Tell me more about yourself.
Oh my God.
What?
What timing?
What do you want to know?
She's just getting to know you.
Okay.
I gave you a crash course.
Yes. So I think Ricky will say, I'm so flattered that you're taking an interest in me when we have so much to celebrate.
She nods because she knows it's very flattering to be noticed by a queen.
Yeah.
As she does that, you see Maxim like lean over to Juliet and say something and then come back. They're not really paying attention to you.
James is also going to, just as that happens, she's going to take your hand again to squeeze maybe a little too tight. But she's also going to say, Your Majesty, I also just want to say I'm so sorry for your loss.
Nice.
You see a moment come over her that's more human from her than anything you've seen before. Because this party, this entrance, all of it, this is pageantry. This is what's expected from royals, and therefore she does it. But as you say that, you see just a quick flash of real grief and real emotion before she goes back to neutral. And she says, thank you.
This is my wife, James. And Ricky takes a breath and then says, I thought I lost her once too. And then looks over at Maxim and tries to see if he's wearing a dagger.
It's all about the dagger.
Both of you roll me some perception checks right now, please, or investigation, whichever one's
Nat 20!
Oh!
Finally.
14.
And it would be 25
Whoa.
with the nat 20.
What color is the dagger? What shape is the dagger?
How does the light glint off of it?
In the candlelight?
Does it sing a little bit?
All right. James, for a second, you feel like you notice when Ricky, as Betty, introduces you as wife James, you could have sworn you saw the queen give you a second look all of a sudden, but it was probably in your imagination. Ricky, he is wearing a familiar dagger, among other daggers that are mostly ornamental or ceremonial, or because this is very flashy, but also, again, the Graces are a family of fighters. Like, they are known for being strong and being good with weapons and leading by example. It is rare for any Grace heir to go out unarmed. So it's not surprising to see that he's wearing daggers to his betrothal ball, but you do recognize
The one that I gifted him.
The one that you have been looking for.
Okay, that's so confusing. And I think part of her was hoping that he wasn't wearing it because that would be simpler, but that's so much worse. But also better, there's like a lot of swirling emotions. But I refocus on the queen because at least I got the answer. And I say that James and I are recently reunited and it's lovely to be invited to your ball. I don't know how convincing
I was going to say, roll deception on that one.
It's so nice.
Oh no. Oh no, you guys know.
That one?
And that 13.
But what is the roll actually?
What did you say? Deception?
Yeah, deception.
16.
Can you roll that again really fast?
Yeah.
Thanks.
5.
Okay, great. So now roll me your percentile for your nat 13.
Feeling very nervous now.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh,
Why
no.
did that happen, you
Don't
guys?
turn blue.
I don't know. You're doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it kind of works.
With the blue.
Yeah. Especially in the Sea Elf Palace. It
And
really...
you love bright colors. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of you.
But it'd be weird for her to turn blue at this moment.
It would be an odd moment.
93. My swag servant.
So you say in kind of this deadpan voice,
Yep.
it's what, an honor to be.
Be invited to your ball.
And as you say that, almost as if a Pinocchio story was happening, your actual size increases. You are no longer a medium person. You are now a large person
Oh my god.
for the next minute.
Oh my god.
Oh, no!
Saracen leans into reading. I thought we were trying to not be noticed.
Wow, I didn't know she could do that.
Yeah, she just like doubled in size.
I saw the dagger, and
Right.
now I'm bigger.
And as you're growing,
I assume this is like a manifestation of her like desperate wish that
Yeah.
she would be noticed and that they could get closure, and it's like internally ravaging her, and instead it's externally manifesting at like the worst possible moment.
instead, this chaos magic is working to make you very noticeable. As you grow, you hear the clinking of armored guards that you had not noticed before or paid attention to come closer, because now it appears to them that you are threatening. And also the Lord Wavebringer is moving a step away from you.
I quickly apologize. I'm so sorry. I may have had too much to drink, and sometimes it has a strange effect on me. I'm so sorry.
James is nodding. She's like, this happens sometimes. It just, she loses a bit of control of her magic when she's had too much champagne. You know.
I was celebrating. I'm sorry.
I know. We should get you some water.
Water would be great.
Right?
And you guys are gonna try and leave.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
desperately.
100%.
Okay, great. James, give me one more perception check as you walk away. I'm going to say, Ricky, you're too distracted right
It was
now.
a natural 13.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
With perception, it's 16.
This is so funny.
Roll them.
Roll 'em.
16.
For the next minute, you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns, which means for the next minute would be 10 turns because each round takes 6 seconds.
So can I just heal to full health?
You can heal to full health.
Does it go
Oh.
back down at the end of the minute, or just?
Just heals.
Hell yeah.
Why didn't I know that
Hell
shit?
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even know that shit.
That's a good one.
That's great.
Holy hell!
But as you're turning, suddenly feeling a lot more fortified, you spin this tale about how champagne makes her grow a whole size
Yeah.
more.
You know, like her magic just goes wonky a little bit.
You're like, oh, honey, let's go. And you glance back at the Graces to see how that's going. And you look at Queen Emma, and it's very clear she does not believe you.
That's fair.
I hiccup again.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm just gonna usher you kind of as far away from where the guards and Queen are.
Are they letting us leave?
They're letting you move away from the dais, and you do see the guards step back a little bit, but they station themselves much closer than they had been before.
Let's go, She-Hulk.
I think I'm gonna lean into you, and I'm just gonna be like, I think we actually have to leave.
I think we should. I don't think we should leave the palace, but I think we should leave the party.
I want you to know I tried really hard.
I am very actually proud of you.
And then over your shoulder, you hear crispy rice.
A tray appears.
Right.
Is there water on that tray?
It's cocktails, but sure. I mean, if you're thirsty, go for it.
There's water in the cocktail.
She can't see me drinking.
Oh, we saw you double in
She's still
size.
is double in size, or
If you guys make it back, probably as you're talking, the next 30 seconds that you're talking, you will slowly shrink back down to your normal size.
Yeah. I think I just freaked out.
Why?
I turned to James and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
I can't do this with him. I need someone to run interference with him because I
James?
will punch him.
James is gonna put her hand on top of his head and turn him the other way.
You're right. I have the rest of the party to get to. Head off with the tray.
Just
But
keeping
I
them
do
separate.
think wouldn't we think like it was a reaction to something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Did you see the dagger?
I did.
Yeah.
I did see the dagger. He's wearing the dagger.
That's
Okay.
why.
And
That's
upon
why
hearing that, I'll turn around. Did that feel good?
I don't know.
it made her grow in size. Clearly,
It was a gift to Maxim, right?
James,
Sarah should,
No, I'm just trying to catch up.
this is a code.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
do this right now, James.
I think we're not gonna ask her questions right now. She's processing.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah.
want to get big again. I don't know why that happened.
Yeah.
I thought the disguise thing would just do the
No.
one thing,
Yeah.
but it seems like it does
No,
other
it's-
things now.
Sometimes wild magic is hard to control.
Do I have that?
Looks like it to me. Everybody has that.
So, in thinking about it, I
Yeah.
think we're going to say that the Land of Eras, specifically probably Forever Winter, because that's where you guys have been this whole time, has a chaos magic, which some people call chaos. Thank you. And that sometimes it surges up every now and then. You reading James and Saracen because you grew up in Forever Winter, it is a thing that you have noticed before, but maybe it's happening with a little bit more frequency. Okay. Ricky, having grown up in Diamond Sky, would have no idea about this.
Right.
Okay. I like that. That makes sense.
I will also say you are probably reaching the end of your hour at this point.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense, but I don't know that.
Right.
So.
You don't know that.
But I think you guys, you told me when I was the baker that it has an end point.
We know that.
That was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so we don't want to push it further.
Yeah.
Before we do leave, I want James to look around the party and just see if there's anyone else that she would recognize, that might be either willing to talk to her, a familiar face, a friendly face, somebody that like she could potentially get some sort of information on while they basically wait to speak to the Lord when the party's over.
Roll me an investigation.
11.
It's a big crowd. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people here. It's been years since you've been here. Your memory is also fuzzy about a lot of things.
Fair.
So it's hard to tell.
I'm really confused right now, but I also think I blew our cover and we should probably leave. But I'm not not gonna kill this man. You know what I mean?
Who man?
Maxim.
Oh.
I think I'm still gonna kill. I don't know. I'm still confused, but I feel like now is probably a bad time because I just blew our cover, so I don't have surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problems with that. However, I would maybe appreciate it if we could get my wife back from the hell that she's in before doing that and then do whatever.
I just want to be clear because I know sometimes you guys are like, we hate Ricky. She did bad stuff before and maybe she's not like a good person. I still think I'm going to kill him.
Okay, great.
Probably. I'm like a little tipsy.
Yeah.
I'm like rambling. I think we should still kill him probably. Okay. I'm just confused.
Maybe don't say it so loudly.
What?
At a party.
At a party with lots of guards.
It's confusing when you see someone you love wearing a gift you gave them and how it makes you feel, right?
As you say that, you, of course, glance over at Akalari, and you see that she is actually making her way up to the dais with the royalty, and she does a very familiar kind of hair flip, whatever, that is a flirtatious move for her as she approaches.
Oh.
Wait, who does she do that to?
She's heading towards the royals.
Okay. What does Saracen perceive that as?
You tell me.
In the vision, we know she was flirting with Maxim.
Right.
Oh.
That's not how Saracen saw that. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? This is part of her cover. That would make sense.
Right.
She's almost pulling it off. I mean, I see through it because I see the real Akalari, but
because you know
that's
her.
what that hair flip is. Yeah. Let's see how this plays out. Is she going to speak to Maxim?
She's approaching the dais. If you point it out to everyone else, your friends, you can all turn to look at it. And then reading, I need you to roll me a Constitution check. Nope, save.
What?
Constitution save.
Yeah.
I feel like that changed drastically in a way that I'm uncomfortable with.
Yeah, roll me a save.
12.
Okay. So you all turn to watch Akalari approach the royals. But reading, you turn to look, but instead of seeing the party, instead of seeing the people dancing, instead of seeing what everyone else is looking at, everything around you goes silent and dark.
Whoa.
And there is a sudden lack of everything that is so startling, you almost want to panic. And then you feel it, this heartbeat, and then another, and then another, as if it's beating for the first time, and then it's racing and it's pounding. Now yours is racing, and it's like they're trying to match up. And then they synchronize, and it feels like this new heartbeat is also your own. And you get this strong sense that you are no longer one, you are more.
What?
And then you blink, which is weird in the dark that you don't even feel like you can blink, but you blink and you get a flash through your mind as if you are now seeing through someone else's eyes.
What?
Whoa.
And now you are in a lab that's familiar to you.
What?
Only now, instead of Rebecca Archer, you are the one strapped to the table.
Oh my god.
What?
You rolled a 12, you said?
I did roll a 12.
Okay. You take 1 hit point of damage. And then you blink again, and the vision dissolves around you, replaced once again with the party that you had been at, as if absolutely nothing had changed. But there's this surge of emotion inside of you that feels kind of disjointed and all over the place. It's surprise, it's rage, it's joy, it's betrayal, it's exhaustion, and it's love. It's so much love. And then it fades just a little, but it's there. It's inside you. This flicker of something that had not been there before. as you come back to yourself, it stays.
Goodness.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
What?
Whoa.
Holy shit.
I mean, what happened there?
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for listening. Hope you're dancing like you're made of starlight.
Show me a dagger.